Good morning. This is KELOLAND On The Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Police in Vermillion are asking for the public's help in finding the people involved in a weekend vandalism. The Vermillion Police Department posted this photo of the crime that took place around 1 o'clock Saturday morning.
Investigators say a group of 6 people caused excessive damage to a downtown business. You're asked to contact Vermillion Police if you recognize the people in the photo or if you know anything about the crime. With harvest season getting underway in KELOLAND, an area fire department is sending out a reminder about grain bin safety. The Chancellor Community Fire Department says its crews were called to an area north of town for a man trapped in a grain bin Sunday afternoon. Officials say the man was in waist-deep corn when the call first came in. In the 5 minutes it took crews to get to the scene, he had already sunk to his chest and neck.
Crews were able to get corn away from the man and get him out about an hour later. Due to his age and exhaustion, the man was flown to a local hospital for observation. Some things authorities want people to keep in mind when it comes to farm safety are to make sure someone knows where you are and to call 911 as soon as possible in an emergency. Roosevelt soccer goalie Dawson Aberson was critically injured last month during a soccer match against Harrisburg. It was then teammates and parents decided to help out however they could. They decided to host a fundraiser for his medical bills at Shenanigans in Sioux Falls.
The event included a raffle and silent auction with many donated items. Dawson had surgery last Monday for the fracture in his face.
Was a little sore at first, but then finally starting to do better now, getting out the house more and being able to drive and just meet up with friends. So that's definitely better than just sitting at home for the first few days.
The money raised will go toward Dawson's medical bills.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. A warm start to the week, Brian.
Yes, very warm after record highs yesterday for several spots in the southeast. We're probably close to that level again today. And then we're going to watch the radar screens popping up with showers and storms. It looks like West River tonight looks more active. Tomorrow, eastern KELOLAND will see more activity. It looks like as the maps switch here into Tuesday, there's the risk zone from Sioux Falls and especially into Nebraska. So we'll keep an eye on that. But the forecast today, rather than talking about big, heavy weather, I would say just a couple of widely scattered showers are possible this morning in the east. The wind will be stronger again, 15 to 30. And look at those 90s. They are back one more day in southeastern KELOLAND. Full look at your forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Brian. Well, pheasant hunting season in South Dakota is 3 weeks away, and when it comes to road hunting, the state is pretty lax compared to other states. In South Dakota, hunters can pull over, get out of the vehicle, and fire at pheasants, waterfowl, and other small game from the pavement or the ditch. The main target of road hunting is pheasants.
The birds drew nearly 128,000 hunters in 2022, about 58% from other states. Over 1.1 million pheasants were harvested last year. This season starts October 21st and runs through January 31st. You can take a closer look at South Dakota's road hunting laws with this story from South Dakota News Watch right here on KELOLAND.com.
Thousands of people witnessed a South Dakota tradition in the Black Hills on Friday. The 58th annual Buffalo Roundup drew crowds of more than 20,000 people as park officials and experts, riders, rounded up more than 1,500 bison in Custer State Park. The South Dakota Game Fish and Parks Department will start examining the bison herd through October.
KELOLAND News was in Custer State Park for the event. Here you can see photos of the crowd watching the Bison Roundup. It takes around 60 riders to help round up the bison.
Beth Saltzman from Viborg claimed the world championship in the right arm competition at the World Arm Wrestling Championships in Malaysia.
Saltzman defeated Poland's Julia Tarasik in the finals. Saltzman also competed for Team USA in the left arm competition, where she finished third.
And this past Friday brought some homecoming games to schools in KELOLAND. That included the Dual School District. During the game, a Dual County deputy decided to show off some school spirit.
Deputy Nutter picked up some pom-poms and did a routine with the cheerleaders, which got a chant from the crowd. Deputy Nutter even did a cartwheel to a loud reaction. Dual would go on to a 15-0 win over Trip Delmont Armor AC/DC.
And that is a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right. Well, as we get into our forecast, hot weather, big story today in the southeast. And looking at this summer weather, yeah, probably coming to an end. So looking at today being the last really warm day in Sioux Falls at about 92. Looking at mid to upper 80s from Aberdeen to Chamberlain. And then Pierre, too, is kind of in that zone where we can see some 80s popping up. But look at the radar picture tonight. Showers and storms there in the southwest. And we'll watch that activity trying to migrate toward Pierre after midnight tonight. That morning rainfall will tend to subside somewhat, but then it comes back to life here during the peak heating of the day tomorrow. South winds are still forecast along the James Valley. You notice that things light up more, don't they, on Futurecast here tomorrow afternoon. I would still categorize this as strips of rain that are going to kind of move from south to north. Not necessarily everybody getting rain here, but there'll be storms roaming around. So obviously that could be important, could affect some of the harvesting conditions here if we pick up that rain, especially the best chance for Sioux Falls will be late afternoon and tomorrow evening. And then that'll push east. There'll be some wraparound across the northwest. Look at the pattern, though, coming into the forecast. There's another look at the situation Tuesday. So you got your scattered rain hits east. Notice your temperatures on Wednesday. Instead of being in the 80s and 70s, we're going to be in the 60s. We're going to cool off. We're going to get a northwest wind. And then we're going to keep cooling as we reinforce some Canadian air and a lot more wind pushing in on Thursday. That's going to be a belt of wind that will definitely get our attention, and highs will certainly be affected by that. We'll continue to analyze that throughout the week. High today, 93 in Mitchell, 91 degrees in Chamberlain. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast, and 60s by Wednesday and Thursday. Upper 50s Friday and mid 50s on Saturday. Now that looks a lot more like fall, doesn't it? And Aberdeen, too, mid-50s by the end of the week. And lows at night could be in the 30s, so it's going to be quite cool. Pierre, Central South Dakota, similar. I would say some 30s at night here. Thursday night, Friday night are two candidates at this point for that. And Rapid City in the west will also be in the 60s for several days. Check out the details online at KELOLAND.com.